Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Endzone 2. We are back here in our newest settlement, our little mining settlement of Zoneless, and we've got a few things that I want to do today. So if we have a quick look at our Pathfinder, you can see I've loaded it up with 50 units of iron. Today we're going to do a little bit of redevelopment here, so we're going up and we're going to repair this bridge finally. Now I know they need iron, they might need something else, but we also have a few issues to address in our settlements. So over here you can see the tool usage in Breakdown is at minus 1.4 per minute, which means we aren't getting enough tools to keep things going on an even keel. As you can see over here in Rusticulum, the turnover is 0.6 per minute, and then down here in Bright Sun it is 1.3, and then in Zoneless it's minus 1.8. It keeps fluctuating there, and that is because some of our workshops just aren't producing the goods really. We do have an issue over here with Bright Sun where we currently can't get enough scrap because our scrap yard here is there's no scrap left here. However, we do have the bonus of having a scrap yard there which is generating 20 units and currently has 500 in storage. At the moment the scrap in Bright Sun is gonna last, but that's fine. I have in my off-camera session managed to research the mule. We already have the buggy unlocked as well. So these two are going to be something that we look to build very soon. But if we have a look, they need quite a bit of resources. And we also need to unlock the vehicle workshop, which we haven't yet researched. We've got rubber, we've got bricks, but we don't have the iron tools needed. So I'm going to try and explore and see if we can find some iron tools. And that's going to involve bringing the Pathfinder in and around our new zone here, seeing if we can find anything to do with that. But first things first, I want to try and restore the bridge on the north side of Sector 1. Everything is kind of looking okay. We at least have the food, and our current buggy is delivering vaccine ampules and other stuff. We do have a drought coming in, so we are going to need to be very careful with that, and the drought is probably going to impact Zoneless, I think. It won't impact anywhere else by the looks of things. It is only Zoneless that's going to be affected by it. Now Zoneless currently doesn't have a pharmacy, so we're going to need to do that soon as well. It does have 8 vaccine ampules, but we've got no way of getting them delivered to the settlement. I've also decided that I'm probably going to rename some of my settlements this episode as well, just so I have a bit more of an idea of what they have going on in there. Right, okay, here we go. We can now place the iron in this area here, and that should rebuild the bridge a little bit more. There we go, that goes in, and we now need 100 units of scrap, which we can go and get no problem. So we'll just jump back into our Pathfinder, and I did see a couple of areas that we could potentially loot down here, so we'll see what they've got. There's some scrap there and some iron tools as well. That's good. We'll have a look around the back of this building as well. I'm just going to slow things down a little bit. We'll get them looted. More tools and more scrap, which is great. And it's probably a good time to start clearing out what's left of the ruins here in our first zone. Obviously we did a lot of expeditions and things, and we are slowly working our way through other stuff, but it's probably a good idea to just come back here and pick up any additional things that we might have use for. So we've already got enough scrap now, I think, to repair that bridge, so we'll head back on over. We'll get that expedition done, and my hope is to unlock the vehicle workshop very soon. Okay, so water storage is running out somewhere. I think it's down here. Yep, Bright Sun is low on water. Right, let's have a quick look at what we've got. We've got a fishery there, we've got a jetty there, and a jetty there, and they don't have enough workers in them, so we're going to pump in some more, and that should solve those issues. Right, let's get back over here. We'll start our expedition. So we can dump this scrap, and I think we also do need iron tools. We do get 4 knowledge points here as well, which is really useful. Yes, 15 iron tools are going to be needed. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to end our expedition again. Then we're going to head back around, do some laps here, and see if we can find any areas that we've not yet explored. Now I'm not expecting to find iron tools here because I pretty much cleared them all out, took all of the useful resources, but there will be scrap, and that's going to be important. So we're going to come back down to here, tackle this north side. If we have a look at our expeditions, actually, you can see in Sector 1 I apparently have a couple of expeditions that I've not yet finished, even though they look to be completed. So that might be that there's some items left in there that I still need to pick up, but we'll keep an eye on that as well. Our workshops are starting to make a few more items, which is great. Everything else seems to be topped out and looking good. We've got an income of wood and scrap, but as you can see, their storage is pretty low in that respect, so we do need to have a quick look at what we can do with that. Let's loot here. We'll grab the wood that was in there, and that clears that off the map, and then we can make our way back along this way, get more loot and scrap, which is good, and then heading on this way, we'll grab what's left here. Now, we have those 25 units of iron, and it would be very easy for me right now to just head up to a nearby settlement, ideally over here, but we don't actually have advanced workshops unlocked, so that's going to be our next thing to get. If we have a look, we've got wind turbines, electronics and glass, which has come from the new update, as well as relay stations and batteries. We can do an upgraded charcoal kiln. We've got those food depots and stuff upgraded, but here, lumberjacks, plantations, these are a lot of things that we need to get unlocked. Unfortunately, it looks like, where is it? Where's our upgraded workshop? That should be nearby. It's not, it's going to be in economy, surely. If I have a quick look here, we've got them unlocked actually. So what we could do, if we have a quick look over here in Rusticulum, we should be able to upgrade our workshop, and we might have already done that. I just can't remember. It was quite a while ago. So there's a workshop over here somewhere. There it is. It can be upgraded, so we're going to upgrade that now. Once that's been upgraded, we should now be able to produce iron tools there. And then what I'll do is I'll drop off the iron here, and we can start converting that into tools. There's already a bit of iron there, so that's going to be good. Rusticulum had a large number of upgrades. You can see they're still struggling for cloth for some reason. The turnover fluctuates so much, and that's based on our plantations getting stuff in. But we don't currently have enough to actually do that. And I do kind of have a vision of being able to, you know, just get everything moved around and have one settlement as the main production, and then have vehicles driving around all over the place, and we will be able to do that at some point. But right now the focus is going to have to be on just chipping away at bits and pieces. So currently the workshop there has now been upgraded, and we should be able to change it to iron tools. Can we, or do I need to unlock iron tools as well? The drought has arrived. We're going to have a check on over there very soon. Where are we? What are we looking at? So our upgraded workshop, which we have unlocked. All production of iron tools, okay, also works more efficiently than the workshop. So we have our upgraded workshop here. It has been... it's still upgrading. Right, that's why I couldn't see anything yet. So now that we have that, we can start producing some iron tools, and there we go. Right, now 3 iron tools currently in there. We don't have anyone working here apparently, so we're going to pump some people into working there. They'll get the iron in, and then our scrap. Iron and scrap makes our iron tools. You can see we've got 4 there, and I believe we needed 25, was it? I think it was. What we'll do is we'll get those made, and then we'll quickly, before anybody takes them out, we'll get them loaded in to our Pathfinder. That's just going to save me quite a bit of moving around, so I'm quite happy with that. That's great, and we will just keep going. It's looking pretty good. I think we've managed to kind of stem any sort of tides and issues that we had. We've currently got 3 iron tools there. We'll just keep going, and hopefully we will get there. So we've got sickness down here in Zoneless, which is a bit of a shame. They're low food. How long? Less than 3 minutes. The drought is going to last 3.5 minutes, so that's going to be dicey stuff, really. Might have to ship over some food there. What have we got here then? Let's quickly grab those iron tools. That gives us 13, and I'm also just going to take a bit of food from here as well, just to keep things topped up, and we'll hot foot it all the way over to Zoneless to drop that off. They should have enough water. Less than 4 minutes on water. Yeah, I think we'll make it out of this. The drought has about 2 minutes to go. Food reserves are under 2 minutes. The sickness should be okay. We do have quite a few people living in Zoneless. We will sort that out, don't you worry. We'll get the food to you. It's on the way. We're nearly there. Don't you panic. But the sickness is a little bit of a problem. We've got quite a few people there who will likely die, but luckily tends to recover fairly quickly. Right, we'll head back on over. That should solve the food issues there. There we go. They're happy. The happiness level goes back up. State of health is not great, but however, we did have some issues in Breakdown, and they seem to be solved now, which is good. If we go back down to Brightson, you can see they're producing vaccine ampules really well, and we're starting to build up stores in other locations. We currently have 24 in Breakdown, 32 here, and that's because our buggy is now making a round trip to all of our settlements. Unfortunately, until we get that extra stuff sorted, this is basically how we have to deal with it. We're quite lucky that we found that nice new buggy in one of the workshop explores, because otherwise we would have been in a lot of trouble. I'm going to change this mode back to just using scrap for the tools, just to keep us going. We've got loads of coal, and that's really, really good, because when trading finally comes around, which it is going to be happening soon, you may have seen the update. In fact, by the time this episode goes out, it's probably been released. So we have our iron tools now. We're going to head back up to the North Bridge, and we are going to drop these off. Yeah, we are looking really good at the moment. We've got some instructions here to restore the lead mine, restore a ruin for sand production, copper mines, copper smelters, electronics workshops, but we're quite far away from being able to do that. We've grown quite quickly. We are in season 58 now, and it's you know, we're still learning, so there's quite a lot to discover here. There used to be a mine here. Maybe we can get it working again, and that is in Breakdown, and Breakdown has the copper mine, which we will restore. Once it's restored, the quest will complete, but we don't actually need to use it. Then at least we will have a brand new source of copper, which we can use at some point. So let's get this expedition started now, drop these tools off, and then hopefully that'll be another step closer to restoring this destroyed bridge. And again, it all gives us knowledge points, which is really useful. 15 we needed, and that almost gets this bridge repaired. I think we've restored the bridge, but we've got a few more things that we can pick up here, mainly from the crate, which is just there. So we'll grab that as soon as we get there, taking a bit of time because we are very slow. I could have sprinted, couldn't I? Forgot about that. Right, we'll sprint over to the delivery truck. There we go. That's much faster. We'll use our fire axe to get into that, and that gives us 30 carbon masks, which is very useful. And then the barrel should be the last of it. There we go. We're 100% complete here. The bridge has now been restored, and we can end our expedition taking all of that stuff with us. There we go. Right, now we've got another new zone unlocked, which is great. We still have more zones to find though, because it looks like this map extends quite far over. We have a look at our expeditions now. We're still on 13 of 50 for Sector 1, and it is these ruins down here and the house over there, and then of course we've got the scrapyard where we can go and grab some stuff. So we are going to head down to the house there. We're going to send the vehicle down and pick up what's there. I actually might want to pit stop in Rusticulum to drop off some of the items that I've got. So we've got the old copper mine running again, which is great. I might as well then see if I can get this lead mine up and running as well. What do I need for that? 25 tools, which at the moment is impossible because our turnover for tools here is insane, and that's mainly due to people working in the iron mine. So let's actually build. We do have people who can work in it. We'll build another workshop, although if we upgrade our workshops, our current ones, that might be a better idea. So let's have a quick look. We've got this one which has some benefits. We need 10 tools for that. So I could come over here, grab the tools, grab some tools from Rusticulum, and we will get that sorted. So we are almost here with our vehicle. We're doing a lot of driving around today, so I hope you don't mind. We're going to exchange these goods. We are going to drop off the iron. No, we'll keep a hold of those iron tools. We're going to keep those masks. We're going to drop the cloth off. We'll drop the iron and the copper cables off. Then we'll put everything in here. Then we are going to grab out some... What did I need? The upgrade. I needed tools. So we are going to take out... Let's fill ourselves up with tools, and then we'll go and drop them off in the other settlements. So we've got 100, 200, 300 tools. We can take 100 to each other settlement and get them dropped off. Now I will deposit the activated carbon masks, and we will deposit the iron tools. That just gives me 2 inventory spaces. Then we can go to this expedition. We can head on over to this old house and drop off there. Then let's have a look at our research. How are we looking for research in Rusticulum? Because I want to get the vehicle workshop up and running, and we can actually do that. That is now going to be done, and then we can start assembling some more vehicles to move stuff around the wasteland. Now what I would like to do is have a mule in place to ferry scrap to and from Brightsun. Now we're going to change this one because this is where we produce most of our vaccine ampules. So we're going to change the name of Brightsun. We are going to have it set as, I'm just going to pause a second. Let's go with this, and we will change the name of it. We'll make it green, bright green. And we'll call it, I don't know, let's call it Medici. There we go. Right, Medici. There, that looks good. Okay, excellent. And then up here in Breakdown is where we have our copper mine. But we also have quite a bit of farmland here. If we just have a look at our overlay for soil view types, we've got a nice big swampland there. Then we've got some fertile ground over there. And then I think that might be it, actually. So we've got swampland, we've got fertile soil, there's copper ore and clay, but there are no forests. I think we should just give this a name that goes with the copper. So let's call it Copperton. There we go, Copperton. And we will give it, what other labels can we use for it? Is there a kind of like a mining related one? We'll go with we'll go with that. Copperton. There we go. Right, Copperton now has a name. Rusticulum, we're going to change the name of this to Arcadia. Because it is our first settlement, we'll make it the beacon. And we will make it, let's make it a nice bold colour. There we go, yellow. That'll do. Then over in Zoneless, this is where obviously we have our decaying lead mine. We've got iron ore there. So we're going to try and restore the decaying lead mine. And we also need to restore a ruin for sand production. I'm not sure where that is. There is apparently one here. Maybe the lead mine will take sand out as well. We want to produce glass in the future, we need sand first. Maybe we can find some in one of the old ruins. Restore a ruin for sand production. Okay, right, we'll do the lead mine first. We'll just call this, because it's heavily industrialized, we'll make it red. And we will, actually, I think we're going to make this one have this. And we'll call it Industria. You know, original and stuff. Copperton, we'll change the symbol of Copperton to, I don't know, something a little bit less smoggy. We'll go with this cog. I think that'll work. Right, great. So now we've kind of given Industria, Medici, Copperton, and Arcadia, which is our beacon town. That kind of gets everything going. Right, then. We have arrived. We're going to pick up this loot, and let's have a look at our expeditions. It still says 13 of 15, so we're going to change our focus over to here. We're going to grab not our transport routes, we're going to grab our vehicle again, then we're going to head over here. Hopefully this will be just what we need, but I'm not so sure it will be. I don't know if it's because there's new expeditions coming, which will happen with the new update, which again, like I said before, might already be out by now, but nothing we can do until that happens. Expeditions, we're still at 13 in Sector 1. Perhaps we haven't actually found some stuff. So we're going to just pause a second, and I'm going to sweep my camera over here, see if I can see any of the expeditions that might be here. And I had also thought that it might be to do with the new patch where we got the electronics and stuff, and it might well be that there's something out here that I have yet to explore. But we'll head back on over here, and I'm going to pick up a few ruins on my way. Actually, I can't because I'm full up, but we did pick up some iodine and some plastic. Now let's get up to Medici, and we'll drop off some items here, and that'll be really useful. We'll get rid of the tools that we've just collected before, so we'll put 50 in there, 50 in there. Then we're going to head on over to Industria. Oh, this sounds much better. And that'll get the mining production back up and running. We have now unlocked the vehicle workshop, which will assemble vehicles for us. Excellent. So I think we're probably going to do that in Copperton, mainly because the population of Copperton has boomed because we've restored an old housing estate, and suddenly there are loads of people living there, and we need to give them some jobs to do. Now, this is going to be a bit difficult because Copperton doesn't quite have the resources that we need, which might mean we have to open up some sort of trade route specifically with that city. So let's head on over, and then we will take a look at what we can construct. So if I just have a quick look, I think it'll be in industry. No, raw materials, trades and crafts. It must be there. No, it's not. Well, oh, logistics, of course. So we need 10 iron tools and 10 iron ore to build our vehicle workshop. I probably should have picked that up before I set off. So actually we can just grab you and we'll shift you over here. Now, there is some iron here, but they've only got 3 iron tools here in Arcadia, so I'm going to very quickly switch the production in our workshop to iron tools. There we go. They should make us enough iron tools to get this sorted, and our Pathfinder should be there now. Excellent. Right, we're going to drop off the iodine and the plastic. We don't actually need to carry that around. Then we are going to grab iron tools. We're also going to grab 10 lots of iron. I think that's all it needed. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, 10 units of iron, and then we just need 10 iron tools. So we'll wait for that to load up, and then we can pop that in the Pathfinder and get moving. I'm quite excited about this, in case you can't tell. Looking forward to getting some new vehicles ready so we can set up some better trades. And that's going to allow us to really specialize things. Now, because we got the buggy unlocked, we can go with the fast trade routes, and then we'll maybe put a mule in down at the bottom there so that we can have them grabbing all of that scrap. The problem is, because our scrapyard is now empty, until we can unlock some of the newer technologies later on, if we have a quick look down here, you can see, if I find it, there is a scrap collector somewhere. If we have a bit further down, it's somewhere. I've definitely seen it. Wishing Tree House, upgraded town centre. I'm making a liar out of myself here. It doesn't look like it is there. But the scrap collector was in Endzone: A World Apart, and basically what it did was it would collect scrap from the air. Recycling centre, water pump. Ah, there we go. The recycling centre here generates scrap in its surrounding area. So we can actually get that done, and then that will generate scrap in like a localized area, which our scrap collectors can then collect. But we do need to unlock quite a substantial amount of stuff before we can get to that. That might be something to look forward to later on, though. Right now, it's all about making sure that my settlements are starting to become a little bit more sustainable, because as you can see, Medici has no plastic and no scrap right now until I can get new stuff brought in. So if we head on over here, oh, they want a bathhouse in Medici. Okay, we can do that. That's fine. What I'll do is I'll drop these off. Then we are going to take whatever we needed from here, which was more iron tools. We've got the 10 we need, so that's going to allow us to build our vehicle workshop in Copperton. Then we're just going to head on down here. We're going to have a look at what a bathhouse requires. So there's been a lot of bitty stuff moving to and from different places, and it's community building, the bathhouse. There it is. It needs 50 units of scrap and 20 units of plastic, which we can just nick from Arcadia. So there's some plastic. I'll grab 50 units of plastic. Why not? And we'll grab 50 units or 150 units of scrap. Where's the scrap? There it is. Excellent. Unlimited scrap, please. There we go. I might as well just grab a few more just to give them a bit of sustainability down there. Obviously, when we can automate all of this later on, it's going to be much easier to just ferry things around. But until I get the vehicle workshop up and running, we can't really do much else. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff kind of throttling here, and it's because they're missing resources, and what they're missing is scrap. So the activity of this place has kind of gone now. So we definitely need to sort this out very quickly. So I'm going to drop them off. I didn't drop off iron tools up at Copperton. I think that's where they're missing stuff, which is quite fortuitous because we're going there now. Well, Copperton has 93, and there's 93 in Industria, 95 in Copperton. They are starting to produce their own tools actually then, so that's good. We might just need to drop them off back down in Industria, because they will just go through them like mad. Their turnover is -4.5 per minute, so they are using a lot of tools. But we are starting to build up quite a nice stock of iron. They are short on coal though, as you can see, because our charcoal kilns are struggling. We've got another drought coming in that's going to hit everybody here, so I just want to make sure we're stocked up on water and food. It seems like we are. We're doing all right there, so we can handle that no problem. The drought will come very soon though, so let's quickly drop these things off. I'll leave them with the extra tools, and then we can build, finally, our raw material, our vehicle workshop. So the vehicle workshop needs to be at the edge of the town, so we can put it right there. That gets built. Once that's done, we'll be able to make use of a lot of the population that we've got here. They're just waiting for a master builder to get there. And then over here, what we are going to do is just hang fire for a second. I think if we go back to Arcadia, we can grab a load of coal from there because they have the coal mines, so they're producing a load of coal and they will be able to do a really good job of that. Let's have a look at the lead mine a second. What do I need for that again? I need, oh, we can do it now. There we go. Right, lead mine is being constructed. The bathhouse is required over there. They want a small celebration. That's fine. We can do that. Now, can they build the bathhouse yet? What am I waiting for? Yes, we can build the bathhouse there in Medici. I'm going to put it down here. It does reach all of the houses, so we can then put a gravel path in down there. And that's good. Right, that completes that little task. We've got a drought. We need to prepare a ruin for sand production. We're building the restored lead mine. We need a copper smelter and electronics workshop. Now, I don't have any of these unlocked yet by the looks of things. Copper smelter there requires research, so we'll get that done now. And then it was a electronics workshop, which we can also research. We have enough stuff there, which is good. Now then, over here, we have nobody working in the vehicle workshop, so let's put someone into that now. And as you can see, we can do the mule and we can do the buggy, but they do need stuff. What do they need? It looks like that's coal, rubber, and iron tools. And over here, it's coal, rubber, again, iron, and then iron tools as well. So we'll get the mule built. It does have more inventory slots than we, so we can get that done, and then we'll get buggies for fast transport all over. Now the Nomad is a bit slower again, and then the Titan is even slower, but it has more inventory slots. So that would kind of be something that we take out on our own expeditions. So the lead mine has been done, that's been restored. We need a ruin for sand, and we need our copper smelter. That's good, we're doing pretty well here. So we're going to grab some goods from here. I can't remember what I was going to get. That's frustrating. Oh, that's what it was. We don't need anything now because we've got everything set up. So we're going to get our new mule built. So we need 10 coal, 10 rubber, 5 iron tools, and 5 iron. So let's head back over here. They have 15 iron tools, which is good. So can we build several vehicles? And then we can get stuff sorted. Let's do that. Right, we are going to grab a load of coal. We are also going to grab all of the iron tools we can. That will do for now, so I can quickly check what we need back at the vehicle workshop. They also need iron itself and rubber. Now the iron, we're probably going to have to head back on over to my other settlement to get, because I don't think there's going to be much here. And they might need to use it to make some tools. So we leave that as it is. I think we don't have any iron, actually. We've got the coal that we need. We've got the iron tools. We also needed rubber. That's copper cable, and that is rubber. I'm going to take all of the rubber. That'll do. Then we're going to head on over to here, back to Industria. It's been a lot of chopping and changing and moving around, but once we get this vehicle done, we'll be in a very good position. We have researched, or just about researched, the copper smelter, so we can build that. And again, we'll be building this up in not Industria, we'll be building this in Copperton, of course, and then our electronics workshop will be built there as well. But we need to research those first. Now, our Pathfinder is just about getting to Industria, and I can see now that we can grab iron when I find it. There it is, 50 iron. Then we're going to head all the way back up to Copperton and drop this stuff off. And that has been a very successful episode. Now, I don't know how many vehicles we can have in total. It might be unlimited, which is great because we're then going to be able to get as many things as possible. So new technology is unlocked, and then we just need to get the electronics workshop, which we can research. And that again gives us more to do here. So we can build a copper smelter here. And again, for that, we're going to need a lot of coal, which we are not producing here. So let's have a quick look. Where's our copper smelter? It's probably in Industry. Copper smelter, we can build. Where's the copper mine? There's the copper mine. So that can go there. Then we are going to build the electronics workshop, which we are about to unlock. Yes. Got some empty work areas here in the woodcutting lodge. Their forest has now been deforested, so we're just going to move them out a little bit to here. Just on the verge there, which is good. Don't have much water left. Oh, okay. Right, we're out of water in Copperton. That is not good. So we've given them some water at a cost of their happiness. How much has drought left? 7 minutes. Oh dear. Now then. Pathfinder has just got some stuff, so we're going to drop that off. Then we can now build a mule. We're going to need 50 units of scrap to get the next stuff in, I think. That's what it was. Yeah, 50 units of scrap. We're going to very quickly head down to Arcadia, who, oh, they're also running low on water. And Medici too. We are going to have to go to Industria then, because the water issue is very problematic. That's not good. We're going to have a lot of people die in this drought. Water is not going to last. Oh man, that's tough. There's nothing we can do. They are just going to... Wow. Oh my god. We don't have the speed to get stuff. We've got a well, but again, it's not enough to stave it off, and people are going to die. There's 5 minutes left on the drought. We've got 10 corpses on the road. This is destroying us. We can get those rations of water in, so every time they ask us about them, we can say yes to it. But maybe we need more wells. I wasn't expecting a very long drought like that, though, so that's why we've suffered quite a bit. I mean, people aren't getting wiped out yet, but I'm worried about Medici because they don't have a lot of people. And hopefully, very soon we'll be able to get here. There we go, they're there now. So we grab some water. Not that much, though. We've got 500 units of water, which probably won't last. And we're going to head on over to here. But again, we've got food rationing now. So it looks like the settlement that we're really going to have to work on is Copperton. We've got a lot of hungry settlers, we've got a lot of thirsty settlers, and it is simply because the population is so large there that we have those issues. I mean, Medici and Arcadia are fine for food, but their water supplies do not last through a drought. They are taking the water rations, though. It is impacting their happiness, so we're going to need to be aware of that, make them a bit happier, give them some community buildings or something to really stock them up. That gives them some water. How long's left of the drought? 55 seconds at least. I mean, this is gonna... They're gonna jump back into life very soon, but I'm worried over here. Now, they're still building that mule, which gives us some time to get some scrap. Now, it looks like Copperton's scrap is not doing so well. Ah, yes, they've run out of place for their scrap. There's only 21 there. So we can get them out here. Just in range there. The population will start coming back. That's not an issue. You can see now the water is flying up because the jetties are now being used again. Arcadia, not so much. So let's go drop off the water there. I think they need it more than everywhere else. Whenever something like this happens, it always gives you a little bit of perspective. Now, our electronics workshop has been researched, so that's good. And then we can go in and look at some other things. We do need to catch up, though. So I'm going to get the upgraded jetty. And that'll definitely help. Oh, actually, no. We'll go with the upgraded plantation. Let's get that unlocked. Great. We've done a lot of research today. I'm going to build the electronics workshop because that's going to give me a nice reward. I don't know about this ruin facade. I have no idea where it could be. So it might mean that we need to explore places. So they want a bathhouse over here in Industria, which is fine. We can go do that now. Well, I think we can do it if we have the stuff to build these community buildings. We are starting to get to the end of this episode. I'm going to build the bathhouse there. That's going to keep people happy and healthy. We're going to drop off this water now. And then I think we can leave it there. We are almost at the point where our mule has been built. And then that's going to be able to ferry scrap to and from Medici. So they're going to be able to keep producing stuff because they need plastic for the vaccine ampules. So we need those to be working. Let's get the mule now. It should be ready soon. I'm just going to let that build before we close out the episode. And yeah, we've made it through. They have a bathhouse now, so they're happy about that. And we'll get the electronics workshop built next episode. Oh, actually, we can build it now, can't we? Let's have a look. Industry, logistics. Trades and crafts. Must be in trades and crafts. There it is, the electronics workshop. Now, they do need iron tools for it, so we'll be able to do that. They also want to be close to copper and rubber, which we can do as well, just by putting it around about here at the back of the copper mine. They can't have rubber production, although we can actually have rubber production because they can get natural latex from over there, bring that over to where we will be producing our rubber. But that will do it for now. I think we've just about stemmed that tide. The mule is ready to go. We are going to bring that down to here. We are going to set up a transport route. We're going to do a new transport route, and we're going to assign our mule to it. Then they are going to go from here to the resource mine. They are going to load the inventory space there with scrap, whatever they can get, and again, whatever they can get, and again, whatever they can get, and finally, stuff there. Then they're going to drop it all off at Medici, and we'll leave it at that for now. There we go. Right, now Medici's scrap will fill up very quickly now, and they certainly will make use of it. Excellent. Right, the last thing. Buggy's on the way. Next episode, we're going to do a lot of exploring, because I want to clear out... I'm going to clear out the first zone off camera. Then I'm going to start exploring the second zone in our next episode. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We've got a lot of work to do, but this is looking good. Thanks for watching another episode. Thanks for watching another episode of Endzone 2, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.